ICE getting their ass whooped, baby, in Brooklyn by the Haitian community. Y'all didn't learn your lesson from your ancestors when they got whooped by the Haitian slaves back in the 1800s? Uh-oh!
Haitian community didn't scatter. They organized. They fought back. They stood together. After the government announced it was ending the temporary protection status for over 500,000 Haitians, families who have lived here for decades, panic spread. People rushed to get passports for their U.S.-born children, fearing they get deported to a country they have never seen. What did the Haitians do? They leaned on each other. In cities like Miami, New York, Springfield, Ohio, churches opened up, lawyers volunteered, and neighbors became each other's protectors. ICE raids were met with resistance. Community groups tracked ICE raids in real time, alerting families block by block. In Little Haiti, people actually stood in front of buses, refusing to let their neighbors be taken away. WhatsApp groups lit up. People shared resources. They turned fear into fuel. And ICE couldn't crack them. And then came the legal win. A federal judge struck down the deportation order. They said the government acted unlawfully. That was power. Not just from the courts, but from the people who refused to be taken.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you.
Do something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me always. Money coming in all day. Money coming in all paid. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just.
Hey y'all, welcome back to All Things Jenny. I'm Jenny. Haitians, my people, done made history once again. So I can tell you as a Haitian girly, Haitians are the one group of people that I can tell you can never make them feel bad for what they have or what they don't have. And also you can never make them feel bad by talking to them any kind of way, right? Because we're Haitians and we're resilient. There's such thing that Haitians say or do to you that can literally break you down, break your soul. But because you grew up around Haitians, you've heard those things so much that when somebody says something to you that the purpose is to break you, it just roll off your back like water. It's like a saying in Haiti, when somebody says something to you, they just say, just let it roll off your back. You know how when ducks are in the water and they dip in the water and the water comes and it just roll off their back and they don't even get wet? That's what the saying is. Let it roll off your back.
Now, why would you show up in my neck of the woods? My neck of the woods. Decide that you want to fuck around with my people in Little Haiti, Flatbush. Right? Thinking that you could just grab one of us and you was going to leave that area unscathed. What would possess you to ever think such a thing could ever happen? Why did you think that you could grab, you could just go around grabbing Haitian people and you was not going to be met with a coup de poing and figure? Huh? Why? Do you forget that we come from the ancestors of people that were 100% okay with death? They 100% accepted that death was waiting for them so long as they knew that they were fighting for their freedom. They literally had the motto of coupe tête boule caille because that's what it was gonna be. Period. Et puis that's it. So for you to come to Little Haiti, Flatbush, Brooklyn, New York, thinking that you could just grab a Haitian person and they were gonna walk away with you, that they were just gonna, they weren't gonna put up no fight. Wap CONJURE. Now, I've seen a couple of clips, and the clips that I've seen, Jésus. I saw this one lady, she was literally taking on 2 male cops at the same time. Like, she literally tussled down to the floor in a dress. Haitian woman, 2 male cops, and they both were struggling to keep up with her. Then I seen clips of a video that took place yesterday where, you know, after New Bataille, after Haitians beat up people, we like to celebrate. So the Haitians was celebrating, and why these police officers was trying to get into these Haitians' faces, and they was checking them like, yo, who you think you talking to? One of them was Haitian. The officer was Haitian. He said, yo, you Haitian? You Haitian and you doing this? Like, they're checking everybody. What y'all thought this was? Like, they checking everybody. They not scared. You got bad. You got me bad. Like, I don't know what y'all thought this was. Handle it. Listen, I'm not gonna tell the rest of the people, the rest of the minorities that are being detained by ICE what to do. Babdinu sakoufe. Mais, my people, Haitian yo, they know what's up. Okay? They know what's up. And if you want to take notes, take notes. I mean, we were the first. We were the first to free ourselves for a reason. So, you know, we might know what the fuck to do. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna need something strong this morning. This for Stephen Miller. You got a mess on your damn hands if you think that you're gonna round up black people for your concentration camp down in Florida. I'm not even Haitian and I know better. Haitians and anyone else with melanated skin will die before allowing you to take them into slavery. Y'all clearly don't understand black Americans, let alone African Americans and anyone under that context. Woo! You got a big mess on your hands if you think that you can walk into these black communities and take black people. And I can't speak for Hispanic or Latino communities, but I've been a black man here in America for a long time. And you do not want me to tell you what I've experienced since childhood as a black man. And I'm light-skinned. Surely I'm mixed, but I'm black. Call off your goons scooping Americans up without due process and no criminal records, homie. I'm Stephen Miller. Call them goons off. Haitians were the first melanated people to free themselves from slavery. They stand on business. You do not want to go down that rabbit hole, Stephen Miller. Truth has no party, homie. Good luck. You're gonna need a whole lot of ICE agents.
Oh, to those Latinos that said, yo, wait till ICE come after us black people, look, and we standing up the right way. We ain't breaking nothing or destroying nothing.
Wait, hold up. Let me get this straight, ICE Brigade. You guys went to go do your ICE raid and collect a bunch of Haitians. And you stepped into a neighborhood and you saw this flag. You saw this flag. You see that flag? You saw that flag. And you thought your ass was about to get you thought your ass was about to get fucked up? Are you serious? Do you know what Haitians mean to that flag? Do you know what Haiti means to Pan-African? All I got to say is, listen, I don't know if it was you saw black people on the internet talking shit saying you thought it was about to be division, but if you walk in the neighborhood and you see that flag, okay, that's the whole diaspora coming at your ass, okay? Please understand that when you see that, as soon as you see that shit in any location and you think you're about to bring your little ice shit, heat melt ice. And you know how hot the diaspora is connected to the continent, okay? Listen, I've not checked the verification of this video, but watching that shit gave me life. It gave me fucking life because the way that they manhandled y'all motherfuckers show everybody y'all ain't really shit. Y'all ain't really shit. No ice, y'all ain't shit. And I can talk my shit now because I got my citizenship. So I'm gonna talk my shit now about how y'all was following me for 20 fucking years. Couldn't catch me. Now your ass getting red in the street. Now your ass getting fucked up in the streets. And that is on true collective unity, okay? Because I promise you, the first slang from a Haitian on that block was the for real kumbaya, the real call to the black collective on that block from the continent and diaspora to come and mollywop your ass, your asses in the street. Please understand, ICE, when you see that fucking flag, understand the block is hot. Understand the block is hot. The block is hot, 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 and you know what heat do to ICE. Okay? Okay, y'all have a great day.
So ICE got their ass beat by some Haitians in Brooklyn. And that just goes to show you, bro, it's a reason why we were the first African nation to free ourselves from slavery, fam. It's a reason these people won't take up with your shit, fam. If they tired of it, they tired of it. That's it, fam. And for those of y'all wondering, damn, why don't y'all just go to your country if y'all just want to be violent and shit? Bro, if you don't understand the history that Haitians have with America, fam, most of us never really wanted to leave our country. We just were forced to do so because America rid us of our resources and then they forced us into poverty. So now that we come in here to this country because that's all the options we have, y'all want to force us back and rid us of more resources, fam? Nah, bro. Some people would rather go ahead and get themselves off rather than sit there and go back to that poverty. That's real poverty. Y'all don't understand what real poverty is until you have to sit there and not be able to take care of yourself, your kids, your family. None of it, bro. Nobody's going back to that shit willingly, fam. I don't blame them. I'll fight too. All that to say, man, y'all Mexicans need to learn how to put hands on them people, bro. Fight back, bro. Fight back. Get up.
I'm so freaking proud of the Haitian community. This is how you do it. If we all did exactly what they did, we could do this. We got to stand together. All I've been saying is fight back. Do not let them get you. ICE agents aren't ICE agents. If they were actually ICE agents, if they're just people with masks and just doing this shit because they can, then why are we not able to fight back? I know why we can't, because everybody's afraid they're going to get in trouble. They're going to go to jail. They're going to get arrested. Something's going to happen to their family. They're going to lose their job, and then they're not going to be able to feed their family. They're going to lose their house. Basically, one wrong move and the whole fucking house of cards falls down. But what's better? Being homeless and jobless and possibly not being able to take care of your family? Or being picked up and taken to a concentration camp, a detention center, fucking whatever you want to call it. We all know what it is. Not everybody's there yet, but it's fucked up.
Haitians are always on the right side of history. I don't care what nobody say. So you telling me that ICE came to Brooklyn, specifically Little Haiti, Flatbush, kote all Haitians you leave? I guess ICE was trying to detain the Haitians over there, and the Haitians were not going for it. I think that people forget that we were the first ones to be freed. My people got a taste of slavery and said, we can't do this. Wrap this up by tonight. We did. If there's anything that we know Haitian people are known for doing is fight for what they believe in. And they done beat ICE the fuck up and ran them out of the hood. As they should. Yup, the Haitians beat up ICE. You can see right here, recent ICE operations in Brooklyn have intensified, particularly in Little Haiti and East Flatbush, sparking community resistance and safety concerns. Y'all see how many people came outside? ICE, you need some ice. You're outnumbered. Yes. They fought them with their hands and feet and baton and whatever else they could find. Probably a sandal. Somebody probably even had a belt. Point is, you don't fuck with Haitian and every other minority group. Let this be a lesson. You have hands and feet. Use them. And due to all these Haitians that came out and stood together, they successfully ran ICE out of Flatbush. Because we own Flatbush. Fuck is you talking about? We have a whole neighborhood in that bitch. Little Haiti. Y'all got some nerve. I mean, as the Haitians say, and it's literally on our flag, l'union fait la force. And fait l'union, fait force, et puis bat you. My Latinas and my Latinos, y'all better start taking a page out of the Haitians' book. When ICE come to try to wrap y'all up and pack y'all bags, whoop they ass. Whoop they. Why do you think Haitians got independence? You don't stand there. See, the problem is y'all really thought y'all had, white privilege on your side. So when they come to get you, like sweep y'all off your feet, y'all sit there and y'all cry like, oh no, papi, don't take us. No. You cock this motherfucker back and you wail on them. Whoop they ass. You see, they ran the ICE. Them Haitians ran ICE up out of Brooklyn, okay? Whoop they ass. Ain't nobody coming to save you. You save yourself. Save yourself. Save yourself. Whoop they ass. Look, I ain't saying go no further than that. Stand up for yourself. That's self-defense. I'm on your side. Right there. Watch what happened. Watch what happened. Watch what happened.
So they planning on deporting 500,000 Haitians. Really? 500,000 Haitians, that's what they're planning on, just taking Haitians. I don't think it's going to be as easy as you think. I know you're sitting up there, you're snatching up a lot of Latinos and shit like that. Well, a lot of Latinos that actually voted for Trump. But I can guarantee you, I don't think a lot of Haitians did. That's why Haitians ain't going to be playing that. I think it's going to be a real tough task, ICE, with the Haitians. I don't know if you know their history. The Haitians whooped the French's ass. The Haitians freed that Hispaniola island. You had Désolé, Toussaint Louverture. They are freedom fighters. Do you understand? That's the lineage that they come from. So I don't know if ICE, you just gonna roll up on some of these Haitians, because these Haitians don't play that shit. I have Haitian friends. A lot of us have Haitian friends. I grew up with Haitians my whole life. They a different kind of African. They'd be like, wait, who are you? We're ICE. Come on. I don't care. I don't need ICE. I have ICE in my refrigerator. You get out of here. I don't need no. You're not going to touch me. I live here. You know, and you're not going to do nothing. Oh, you think you're just going to take Haitian and just suck by saying, out of here. Yo, I don't know if that Haitian accent was good, but my Haitian friends would probably be mad at me. But you know what the I'm talking about. Respect to the Zoes. Respect to the Zoes. Yo, I really believe they got a fight on their hands if they gonna around with the Haitian community. Haitian, yo, mad respect. I got your back. You know that, because there ain't nobody with y'all.
So I saw a couple videos of Haitians actually fighting back against ICE. ICE is in the Haitian community trying to kidnap some people, and the Haitians were literally fighting back, pulling ICE off of their people, throwing them to the ground, escorting their people away from them. Anytime ICE would grab somebody, the people would hop on that ICE agent and throw them to the ground. They were literally fighting back. And this honestly makes sense, because what you said is so true. There are people that would rather die fighting to stay here than go back to a country where they're going to do nothing but suffer. And for the people that are gonna, well, why is their country nothing but suffering? Because of America. America destabilized the country, planted corrupt regimes, and then wonder why you have people fleeing the country to come over here looking for freedom. Then they're gonna take the people that fled from the mess that they created and try to ship them back there. I wish I could show you guys some of the videos that I saw of the Haitian people fighting back, but all those videos seem to get removed immediately. They don't want us watching videos of people fighting back against ICE. The numbers, Mason, the numbers. What do they mean?
A couple more things about the Haitian people who beat up on ICE in New York. I think there are a couple of lessons that we can learn from them. The obvious lesson is the power in numbers. They banded together and they were able to overpower ICE. Now, I'm sure that amongst themselves, they probably don't all get along, right? But as a group, they put aside whatever differences they may have had and they banded together as one unit and they were successful. I think there's a lesson that we can learn from that, because we have a whole lot of infighting within our communities that weakens us as a whole, as minorities. So I think there's a lesson that can be learned from there. But the other lesson, which is more of the mental health piece that I think we can pull from that, is before all of that happened, the Haitian people lost their TPS status. TPS is temporary protective status. And so they had just lost it. One would think that they would be exhausted, they would be just completely discouraged, right? Which I'm sure they feel. However, despite whatever they were feeling, they still banded together to fight. And I think a lot of us have been feeling exhausted, right? I keep hearing this word, exhausted, 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 which is real. Let's be real. However, we can take a rest, but we have to step back up and continue to fight. We cannot give up. They did not give up. They fought. Even if they were exhausted, even if they were discouraged, they still stood up to fight for themselves. So I think there's a lesson in there to not give up. I know that the news is just so discouraging. There's just one negative thing after another. We're not in a good place emotionally, but I just encourage you all to not give up. That's a lesson that we can take from them, that even when we're at our lowest, there's still something in us. We can still fight. There's still something in there. You can take a break, rest to recoup, get your mind right, refuel. That's okay to recharge, but don't give up completely. There's still hope in there somewhere. We may not know exactly what that path looks like, but just don't give up. If you don't know me, if you haven't been on this page, I just got here myself on TikTok a couple of weeks ago. But my name is Safi, and I provide therapy that is rooted in your culture. And I also complete immigration evaluations for people who are seeking asylum and change of status in the United States. Follow for more content. See you next time.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. So ICE is now picking on Haitians. But I knew it was going to be a different fight. I already knew it was going to be a different fight when they came for us. Well, they us. Same thing. I saw a video. So sad, though. They was out there trying to grab Haitians. Them Haitians was fighting. I mean, they was fighting for their lives. They was fighting. They had a hard time grabbing them. I saw three officers fell over and hit the floor, and one of them couldn't get up. This is going to be a different fight. But it's still not. It's sad. It's sad that America's come to this. But this is going to be a different fight. Watch.
I don't know why y'all be playing with Haitians like they ain't been whipping ass since 1791. Like, they fought for 13 years straight and did not miss a beat. I wish I was there to see them whipping ICE ass. Hey, I probably would have jumped in like sac passe. Are you dumb? Like, it's mad calm for all of that. Who you hauling down with? Nah, una tabana. Tis-toi. No holding man. Why? Like, yeah, I don't even know why y'all be playing with Haitians like they don't give it up. Like, no shade. You fighting for 13 years straight, non-stop, ain't miss a beat. Come on, like, please. Like, these are the same people that set the tone for other islands to revolt against their slave masters. And ICE thought that they stood a chance against them? Hey! Woo! I wish I was there. I would have had a ball.
I hope none of y'all were surprised when Haitians beat the brakes off them ICE agents when they're trying to come up into Brooklyn looking for the peoples. I'm gonna give it a stack with you. This is standard issue for Haitian people. We don't play that shit. There's a reason why Haitians were the first people to say slavery. No, yeah, fuck you, and became the first nation to gain their independence. I once heard a story, I don't know if it's true, about the Haitian Revolution, where after we won the revolution, we gathered up everyone who wouldn't rebel and cut their fucking balls off. So what I'm trying to tell you, the rumor is Haitian people mutilated and ended the bloodline of all pussy-ass niggas. The only ones left are people about that action. Jean-Baptiste is about that action. Roselyn was out there too. She was scrapping. Robertson Evans. He was putting them paws on them motherfuckers. We had to learn how to scrap up. Don't nobody like us except us. And sometimes even that's not the case. Moral of the story, don't fuck with some Haitians.
So now Trump is revoking the temporary protected status he gave to 500,000 Haitians. And he's about to revoke, I think, the Jamaican and Trinidadian protections as well. But for now, September 2nd, all the Haitians that were running from the terrible civil war that's been happening, but that was happening recently, they're going to revoke that on September 2nd. So everybody who was here trying to run from Haiti is about to be sent back unless they go back on their own. A lot of people are also confused about Trump's birthright citizenship law. I keep hearing people say, well, then Barron has to go back. And what they're missing is the fact that the original law, birthright citizenship, was for the children of slaves, for our ancestors, if you're ethnic Black American only, not if you're Haitian American, not if you're Jamaican American, not if you're from Africa and you were born in America, not you,
our ethnic group and our ancestors and our lineage, we were the first birthright. Our ancestors were the first birthright citizens. Sorry. So what he did is when he wrote the executive order, he wrote that in mind, stating that, hey, listen, you guys can't piggyback off this law. It was really meant for the children of slaves that got freed from emancipation, to protect them and give them citizenship. So he's saying we're going to go back to what it was supposed to be. It was never supposed to be for all these immigrants to come in. Now, Wong Ark, I believe his name was, versus the U.S., I think decades later, argued because he was Chinese, and he said, well, piggybacking or adding to this law that was only meant for ethnic Black Americans, ancestors, saying that I deserve to be a citizen because I was born in America. And they were saying, well, your parents aren't citizens. And he said, well, but my parents are legal residents of America, even though they are still under Chinese rule, and I should be able to be a citizen, which he won. So the law really states this, and this is what Trump and his attorneys are using. If one of your parents is at least a legal resident or a citizen, then you are legally a citizen if you were born in the United States. If both of your parents are on a visa, if they're illegal immigrants, if they're not here legally with a residency, if they're not here legally as a citizen, if at least one of your parents, then you are illegal. So let's say you have one parent has a legal residency, and one parent that is an immigrant, is not a citizen, and you're born in America, then you're American. If you have, so Melania and Barron Trump, he's a citizen. However, also too, in an executive order, it's backdated, I think, to like February 2025. So if you're grandfathered in, listen to what the law says. You're grandfathered in if you were born, if you had any children, or if your children were born before February 2025. Then you're grandfathered in and you can still have anchor babies. Moving forward, there are no anchor babies allowed. The problem is, I'm telling you right now, if you get rounded up and you were an anchor baby, the Trump administration is not really going to try to sort through it and figure this out. You're probably just going to be shipped back, and they're going to let you try to figure it out. So people with money, what they're doing is they're going to the individual court systems like local courts, and there are suits filed against Trump or the federal government or the executive order saying it's unconstitutional, because they're still saying that as long as you're born in America, even if your parents aren't citizens, you're citizens. So they have still lawsuits filing. What Trump is saying is that those lawsuits don't impact the nationwide executive order that he has going, the injunction. So he's saying just because some city in, I don't know, in some town in Iowa says that this is illegal and there's lawsuits pending against him in that little city in Iowa, that doesn't give them the right as a federal court to say that like nationwide he can't do this and he has to stop. They have to figure it out in that little city in Iowa, and whatever they figure out from there, they'll figure it out. So basically it's just a lot of chaos. After he goes from the Haitians, he'll probably hit like the Trinis and the Jamaicans. And basically what they're doing is they're picking low-hanging fruit, people who have just come over here or new or just excuse me, never got their citizenship together in order. So people who have been here for a couple of generations are probably okay. However, it's just they're not going to be able to bring their cousins and their family members over for a long period, and there's definitely going to start to be a prejudice feeling towards people who are not really American citizens for multiple generations. Like the ethnic Black American has been, out of everybody, we've been here besides the Siberian Native Americans the longest. Then comes white people, because we've been here longer than about 92% of the European Americans or the white Americans that you see. So they're going to come after everybody who is not like them at some point. But I just wish you guys would stop saying they're going to come after us, because they've always been after us. and we've always got through it. The only reason you're here is because we kept getting through it, but you pissed us off and you were so disrespectful, and we stopped fighting for you, and now you have to fight for yourself at this point. But that's what's going on with the citizenship stuff. So I just see a lot of misinformation saying like, oh, Barron Trump, you know, he's not a citizen. That's not what the executive order says. Since Trump is a citizen, Barron Trump is a citizen. Also, too, it's retroactive only to February 2025. So clearly Barron Trump has been, you know, is way older than what, March, April, May, June, 4 months old. So, so yeah, so that's that.
Am I the only one that ICE raid didn't sit right with? You know, the one with the Haitian guy sticking out the window, screaming, hey, what is it? I appreciate Joe Biden and Barack Obama for everything they done for me. All that craziness. The Haitian guy, you let that man stick his head out the window, hang his head on the window, do all that. And you know, maybe I'm wrong, but it just seemed performative. I'm just saying, it seemed extremely performative. Just didn't seem right. And I'm not saying, you know, illegal migrants didn't come over and all this other stuff. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying, to be one of the first and only videos that came out, I love Joe Biden and Barack Obama. Okay. And even if it was legit, why can't you just lock him up? Put him in the car. You let him hang his head out the window and all kinds of stuff. Now you got Haitian folks looking crazy. And you know there's a certain group of people that's about to run with that. Okay.
See, my thing is, I don't know why they up here playing with Haitians like Haitians ain't beat the hell out of them when they try to put them in slavery. Y'all remember the revolution? You know what's in their DNA, and trauma stays in the genes. Trauma stays in the genes. So, you know, I don't know if y'all want to really mess with the Haitians, because Haitians is warmongers. Don't let the little cutesy soft-spoken accents fool you. Haitians bring war when you bring oppression to their doorstep. I think we should leave the Haitians alone. Well, not me, because I really already deal with Haitians. But y'all people that's trying to mess with them Haitians over there, you refrigerator people, pick your battles wisely. Pick your battles. Pick your battles. That's all I'm gonna say. Pick them. Now when you got to root up your ass, don't cry because you didn't know what was gonna happen to you. Okay, keep playing with the Haitians.
So check me out. ICE went to Brooklyn and tried to deport Haitian community, people in the Haitian community, and they weren't going. And if you look at the videos that's flooding social media, one of the things I want the black people to realize is that this is how we supposed to navigate anybody coming into our communities and beating down, dragging and hanging and all these other crazy stuff that's going on across the United States. This is how we're supposed to be utilizing our unity to prevent this stuff from happening. They're not going back into that neighborhood without having some form or fashion of military equipment and gear and whatever the case may be. They're going to have to really get the whole 1% of that city or state to go into that neighborhood. Now, this is what I want to bring to everybody's attention. The United States have the policing of maybe close to 1% of the population. And if you're talking about 1% of the population, we're not even talking about 300,000, 400,000 individuals across the whole United States as police officers. You see what I'm saying? We got 43 to 48 million black individuals walking on this continent, or, North America. Anyway, so my question is this. Why are we letting this small percentage of people dictate how we move? Why are we letting this small percentage of people hang our people, beat our people, incarcerate our people for nothing, for absolutely nothing? And so, I'm saying come together. I'm saying unite. I'm saying, lock in with people that surround you and your community. Love on each other, and know, hey, look, the houses, the cars, and all that other stuff, man, they cool, and it's solid to have, and it's fun to operate in this beautiful society when it's operating the way it should. But when it's not, it's time to make sure we course correct. A lot of people are afraid to stand up like the Haitian community stood up because they're afraid of losing their homes, their cars, and all this other stuff. But guess what? One thing, Haitians were not going to be in prison and not going to be sent to concentration camps and be put in position of servitude and slavery and all this other oppression. They said, look, we rather fight and die than to be sent back to a mess or treated like a mess. And so my question is, are we gonna stand up? Are we gonna unify? And I've seen a lot of groups out there, y'all. It's a lot of groups out there. So when I talk about all the groups, I'm talking about the NAACP. I'm talking about the what is it? Hebrew Israelites. I'm talking about the Alphas, the Kappas, the Omegas, the Sigmas, the Iotas. I'm talking about the Bloods, the Crips, the folks, the GDs, all of them. I'm talking about everybody out there that is a group of brotherhood black men who's standing up for those black men in that brotherhood. And what I would like to see is everybody come together. Somebody sit at a round table and we start navigating in each city, starting the big metropolitan cities, man. And I'm confident that the way the minds are working right now and how everybody's moving right now and the climate that we're living in, that this would be on a whole nother level, and it's going to change the trajectory of history for black and brown people in our communities. So big shout out to Haitians, man. Keep protecting the people that you love and care about. Don't let just anybody come up, even if they got a police on their chest. Don't let them just come up, man. I'm telling you, there's 9 bullets in that chamber, 10, 12 at the max in that chamber, and you got to get it out the holster. And if they come in with those things, you know what I'm saying? I'm not promoting violence, man, but what I'm saying is that if they're coming at you violently, and there's 50 people, that one gun ain't gonna do nothing. In fact, they're gonna think about whether or not they should pull it out, because it's to their detriment if they did, So anyway, 1 to 50, 1 to 20, you know what I'm saying? Look, there's power in numbers, man. Stay unified, stay connected. There's a lot of us out there. All we have to do is lock up. And so let's get connected. If that's something y'all interested in, man, y'all holler at me. I got some plans, I got some views, and I want to connect with every black man in the United States who's looking to create unity and a more structured and empowered community for our people. Love y'all. I'll see y'all at the top.
So ICE done took their ass on down to Brooklyn, and the Haitians done beat their ass. I ain't telling nobody what to do, but you better start fighting back. Why they thought they could even go to Brooklyn and play with them like that is beyond me. It's beyond me. They done jumped them in the street. Just like in Arlington, Texas, when that man got pulled over by ICE agents because somebody at his job tried to say that he was an immigrant and he wasn't, I guess picking on him or whatever. Come to find out, the man is born and raised in St. Louis. And they like, oh no, we still have to take you to the detention center. They didn't even have ICE attire on. Nothing. thought they were just finna grab this man. It's like, is they the mob? Like, what's going on? See, the Haitians, they came from revolution. They came from revolution out in Haiti. You think they about to be over here playing? No, it's not happening. And it's already messed up because they really over here on asylum from a long time ago have created families, over 500,000 of them. And you think that you just finna go take them? And they New Yorkers too? Cause let's be real. Y'all know how New Yorkers are. They already don't play that. And then they got the Haitian blood. Oh, no.
What I find interesting and funny is that ICE thought it was going to go to Brooklyn and mess with the Haitians. ICE thought it was going to go to Brooklyn and mess with my people, the Haitians. Do you not remember what happened in 1791? Several centuries ago, we beat the white man's ass. And you want to come and try to take us in Brooklyn? Tripping. Not having it. We don't do it. We fight. And when we fight, we actually always win. I'm just saying. Try with somebody. You do that to the Mexicans and then Puerto Ricans and all them other people. But don't fuck with the Haitians. We're not playing that shit at all.
Ça passe. Ça passe. You don't come here fast and quick. Come. You couldn't tell me say ICE agent come a Flatbush, little 80, come say they want to kidnap some of the Asian them for deport them. Me say the Asian them beat up the ICE agent them. Every time I see one ICE video capture people, let me want to cry. You see this time around, sweet victory, man, sweet victory. Me say I wish we could have done the front row and center for watch. Who now get fling a ground, I get thump in her back and kick in her face. You want to know who's rebellious? Don't play with the Asian them. Crazy. Them that like slave master, and at this point, yeah, then slave master. And them are going to fight till the end of it. A whole heap of years them a fight for. Don't do it. And them lead the Caribbean out. As slavery when it comes to showing the other Caribbean island, them say, yo, you can fight for your freedom. When you go from here, some man, not around 80, me say, you know, boy, them buckle up and hop in the ICE agent, them face, me say. For no bad. Bad, you bad. Rep, 80. Yeah, man, together you stand. Deport who? No hard it is to come in the country, eh? You think you know what pain is? To my Mexicano brothers and sisters, take note. Take note, man. Stand together.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back. So the Haitians from NYC just put them paws on them ICE workers. If you ain't seen that video, you might as well just go watch the video. Just go watch the video. It was too many of them. It was too many of them. They was coming from the left and from the right. It was like each time you moved the camera, it was like 10 more. It was 10 more. Tagging that ass. Tagging that ass. We need that. We're throwing y'all too. And y'all trying to throw us around, we're throwing you too. They was throwing niggas. Throwing them. I'm like, oh, that's all you. Put them paws on them now. This wasn't no joke. This wasn't no, oh, we're just not going, so we're going to run away type shit. Nope. Pause. Ass whoopings was handed out to probably like 4, 5, 6 ICE workers. 4, 5, 6. They didn't come deep enough. And even if they did, I feel like they still would have whooped their ass.
After hours of complaining of chest pain, she was told to lie down, given pills, and she later passed away that same day. This is 44-year-old Marie-Ange Blaise. She was from Haiti and she had no criminal record. On February 12, she was detained by Customs and Border Protection at the Henry E. Rolson International Airport at St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands. She was trying to board a flight to Charlotte, North Carolina. She was transferred to ICE custody in Puerto Rico and put in a staging facility in San Juan, Puerto Rico. On February 13th, she was given a notice of expedited removal by the CBP and transferred to Richwood Correctional Center in Oakdale, Louisiana. And then she was transferred one more time to the Broward Transitional Center in Pompano Beach, Florida. And it is at this facility where she unfortunately passes away. Oh, and if I forgot to mention, she was held for over 10 weeks. She was held in inhumane conditions and not given adequate medical care. On April 25th, she complained of chest pains for hours. And they would just tell her to lie down, and they finally gave her some pills. And unfortunately, that same day, she passed away. This was senseless because this could have been prevented. But the owner of these facilities are profit above all, profit above human life. And because of that, there is a lack of workers, lack of medical attention, lack of food, water, etc., all to line their pockets, getting rich off of these concentration camps. It's absolutely disgusting. I am now going to read you word for word what ICE put out as a statement. ICE remains committed to ensuring that all those in its custody reside in safe, secure, and humane environments. Comprehensive medical care is provided from the moment individuals arrive and throughout the entirety of their stay. All people in ICE custody receive medical, dental, and mental health screening, and 24 emergency care at each detention facility. At no time during detention is a detained illegal alien denied emergent care. And we all know this is absolutely an untrue statement. These people are living in inhumane, dirty conditions. There are diseases breaking out in these concentration camps. There is no beds. There's lack of food, lack of water. They don't take showers often. And we have people in those detention centers and in this country saying that they're going to feed them to the alligators in one of the detention centers here in Florida named Alligator Alcatraz. So do not say that your facilities are humane. As of this moment, since January of this year, 13 people have been reported who have passed away while being in ICE custody. And those are the ones that we have heard of, because it's being reported that ICE agency is delaying reports and updates of people passing away in these concentration camps. These delays can take up to 90 days. And obtaining a full list of who has passed away in these facilities is very challenging due to lack of reporting and because some might be ongoing investigations. We also know that ICE is disappearing these people. They are not showing up in the database when you go in to search for them. Supposedly, you can get more info at the ICE's online detainee locator system. And while this is primarily for locating individuals who have been detained by ICE, so you can see where and what facility they're at, you can also look up people who have passed away. But if they're not reporting it and they are disappearing people, then this is not going to be accurate either. And there's also the AILA, which is the American Immigration Lawyers Association. But again, if they're not reporting it and they're disappearing people and they don't want anyone to know their dirty business, obviously these numbers are not going to be accurate. It doesn't help us at all. I know this happened a little over 2 months ago, but I wanted to bring awareness to Marie's case because I want to make it aware that Hispanic and Latinos are not the only ones under attack. It's all immigrants. May Marie rest in peace. I'm sending love and prayers to her family. United, we stand. United, we can conquer. United, we can fight. The fight is not over. We will continue to fight for our brothers and sisters, no matter what country they are from. There is hope. We will prevail. This will not last forever.
Now, I'm not here to promote anything that is going to affect or interrupt somebody else's peace, right? But this is the world that we're living in right now, and this is affecting my people. And the way that I speak about this is because, yes, if I sound emotional about it, it's because I am, right? Because it does affect my people. But at the end of the day too, how can you tell these people when they were living in Haiti, right? Yes, we know the situation coming to the United States is a long dragon step, right? Because even me coming to the United States, I didn't believe I was going to be here until I actually came to the land, right? I didn't even know because it just takes so long. But then all of a sudden you decide, oh, we're giving a bunch of Haitians free pass to come to the United States. And not even 2 years later, you're telling them you're kicking them out of the same country that you gave them this free pass for, like dogs. So what did you think they were going to do? Just take it lying down, you know, like the Spanish people who have been protesting peacefully and not promoting like violent protesting or anything like that. But you're not going to just kick them out like animals. Meanwhile, you're the one that told them to leave their country to come and be here because they're allowed to be here. And all of a sudden you turn around and say, no, they're not supposed to be here anymore. You're treating them as if like they basically, you know, took a boat and came here. No, they all took planes and came here. Most of them who came through the whole Biden situation, they came legally. So in my opinion, what they did was warranted, because what do you mean? You're going to try to drag them out like there are nobodies, you know? Because recently, there was a bunch of Haitians that were basically kicked out of Dominican Republic while they were pregnant, while they were at the hospital. They literally took them and put them in vans and sent them back to Haiti while they were in the middle of contractions and everything. Sent them to Haiti, and some of them even died. It was a whole lot. So now that people see how Haitians are and how we come together when it's necessary, we put our differences aside and we come together to help each other. And I know a lot of people are now going to say, hey, we need to band together with the Haitians, and there's nothing wrong with that, because at the end of the day, when we work together, it literally in our flag, it says, l'union fait la force. United, we are stronger. That's what that means. And we stand by that, right? And that's one of the reasons why all Haitians came together, because, you know, especially the language barrier. So if we're sharing whatever information, you know, amongst us, most people just don't speak the language and they just won't know what's going on. But we do come together and we band together to help each other. But I don't want people to wait until this happen where they see that Haitians are not going to back down regardless. Even though the whole world is against us, we're not going to back down. We're going to fight till the end, because at the end of the day, we know that whether we stay here and fight or go back to Haiti, we still gonna have to fight for our lives, right? So we might as well just fight. So that's what they did. And in my opinion, a lot of people are going to try to bend with us, like Dominicans, Mexicans, Haitians. Like I said before, there's nothing wrong with it. But we shouldn't wait until when we all need the help to try to give a helping hand to those people who you basically, your entire life, the entire world, walk all over, even though we were the first ones to win our independence and we're the first one to go to other countries and go help them out. We were the first to do it. We're the first to fight with other people. Meanwhile, everybody look at us like we're just the scum of the earth and the shit on their feet, like under their shoes type stuff. And it's not okay. It's not okay. It shouldn't be when everything is worse for another group of people. That's when everybody's coming to the black people for help. Meanwhile, no one likes the black people except for the features of the black people when they're on someone who is lighter, you know? Like, for example, white people sing 24/7 how their skin is more superior, yet they go to the sun every single day to try to turn themselves into Chris, to try to darken themselves up, you know, to try to get a tan. But meanwhile, their skin is better. If your skin is better, then why do you have to go and cause yourself to get skin cancer just to try to darken your skin to look like the same type of people who you hate their skin, or try to tell them that they should hate their own skin because of the skin that they're in, that is not beautiful. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, you secretly worship the skin. Because the most compliments I've ever gotten about my skin tone is from a white person. Always from a white person. A black person don't really, they will say, like, I've met black people who say, oh my God, your skin is so beautiful, because my skin is so uniform, it's so even, like all over. There's no like white patches here and darker patches there. My skin is uniform everywhere. So if I ever get a compliment about my skin from a black person, it's because my skin is just so dark and beautiful and unique and, you know, and uniform and all of that. Because I've seen people where they have spots everywhere, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. But in my opinion, what I'm saying is a lot of the compliments I ever got about my skin tone, which a lot of times people know when you love yourself and you love the skin that you're in, because in our store, we sell skin bleaching products. And not to say that it's bad or good. You make the choice that you make based on what you want, right? But people would come in the store and say, please do not change your skin color because it's so beautiful. And a lot of times it's Haitians who are basically changing their skin color. They're buying stuff to change their skin color, and they're telling me, don't change your skin color because it's so gorgeous. And they wish that their skin was like that so they didn't have to change it. And, you know, because it's a cycle. You have to keep buying the cream to keep your skin light, because it's going to get darker than when you first started, if not worse. So then it's like a whole cycle of money that you're spending all the time. And I'm the one selling the stuff, and, you know, and they're coming to me to buy these things, but they're also telling me that I shouldn't change my skin tone. There's this one lady that basically made a comment saying that, you know, my skin is beautiful, but it'd be more beautiful if I used the cream. She was the only one, and I stopped her right in her tracks and let her know, look, I didn't tell you I had a problem with my skin. So therefore, you know, you telling me that it's beautiful, but it could be more beautiful if I use these products that I'm selling. You know, if I wanted to use the product, I would have used the product to lighten my skin. But I say all that to say this: the same group of people who hate you so much is secretly wishing to be you, right? Because at the end of the day, they want you to hate yourself, even though they are buying all these things, getting like, there's this whole spray tan, like this whole thing that you can drink to darken your skin. And there's this other thing that you can, you know, you can get the spray tan, you can go to the machine and burn your skin to get that. And then, you know, a lot of times they end up with skin cancer half the time, because I take care of them. This is the same people I take care of when they're in their dying days, and you see them. You see, I mean, there's this one patient like a long time ago, and I used to work at this other facility. This man looked like a dead man walking. I mean, he has so like bad skin cancer that he looked like a whole corpse. Like, not because of him being skinny, but because like they had to remove so many skin tissue from his body, like to the point where his mouth, like you can see his teeth even when his mouth is closed, because this whole part of his skin has been removed. Why? Because of skin cancer. Why? Because, when he was younger, all he did was get tan, go to the beach and get a tan all the time, fall asleep in the sun. And meanwhile, people like us, we need the sun. The sun is our fuel. The sun gives us energy. The sun is, you know, we need the sun. Our skin absorbs the sun. The sun doesn't affect us. But the same people who is telling you to hate your skin tone and or mistreating you because of the color of your skin are the same one who are literally killing themselves trying to get the same color of your skin. I just wish people would know the power of your dark skin. There are so many places where people want to get darker. I think South Sudan, where people would stay in the sun to get darker because it's considered more beautiful. And I've talked about this so many times. But until our people open their eyes to see that, look, the same people who are telling you they're superior, and like I said, I know I have a lot of white followers here, and I love all of you guys. It doesn't change how I feel about any white people. My brother-in-laws are white. I have a lot of white people in my family. It doesn't change how I feel. It doesn't change, you know, how I feel about it. How dare you try to tell me that my skin tone is ugly, it's dark, and it's this and it's that, and nobody wants to deal with it. Nobody, you know, wants to have to deal with a dark-skinned person. Even your own people, your own dark-skinned people will try to make you feel some type of way. But then you have the whole world basically trying to get the same skin tone that they tell you that is so bad. And the same skin tone, the whole world has to deal with the sun, and we're the only people who can take the sun with no problem. Imagine that. Just think about that for a second. And one day we'll talk about the Eve's genes and how the black woman's the only one that carries the Eve's gene, and we can have all sorts of children from all different race and all different colors. And we're the only one that can do that. Anyways, love yourself, guys. Love yourself, black women, because at the end of the day, you are the blueprint. Love you guys. Say we're going to touch up some stuff on this book. So in this book is called Spell of Abundance, Love, Wealth, and Protection. So in this book, on the first page, actually, I have a glamour affirmation that you will basically say, you stand in front of the mirror and you stare at yourself and you admire yourself and you will say to yourself how beautiful you are. You'll basically seal this your beauty, like your glam, after you've done your makeup, or even stand in front of the mirror naked with nothing on, so you can really reaffirm yourself of your beauty, of your confidence and all that. This book is mainly for like self-confidence and self-elevation, you know, calling the goddess in you, calling the divinity in you, you know, calling the beauty in you, and also work with the moon, because the moon represents the woman, the mother, womb, water, all of this. So yeah, I have all the steps in here of all the spells that you need to do. It even has one to get rid of unwanted guests. It's pretty funny. To get rid of unwanted guests. And this book right here, right? So I'm gonna run down real quick of all the materials that you're going to need. You will need a brand new broom. It has to be brand new. And you'll need a piece of parchment paper, a black pen, a black trash bag, because we're going to get rid of this sucker, right? And of course your intentions. And also I have spells on here that you can say. I have daily affirmations. And also I have spells on here that you can do every single day to work with the energy of the planets of the day, and also the archangels that work with the day. So anyways, there's so many spells. There's a 7-day manifestation spell with archangels. And let's see. A 30-day money spell with bay leaves and the Fihu sign, which is a money sign. It's like an F with that extra part. Anyways, the symbol's there, and I even show you like what you need to do, what the sigil look like, all that. And the keys to enhance your spell. So there are different things on here on how to enhance your spell and basically grow your finance, grow your love, self-love, self-admiration, chance to say to yourself to give you that extra energy to go about your day. And also tips to enhance your spell. Oh, I already said this. And morning coffee abundance prosperity spell. You guys remember I just shared a video about morning coffee and how important it is when it comes to hoodoo, and how you can basically use your first cup of coffee in the morning to manifest a better life or a better day, or to bring forth money to you. So don't let, you know, you're already doing these things anyway, so you might as well just incorporate something a little bit extra to basically boost your thing. And here's to influence your boss spell. So this one, I'm sure people who are actually working are going to love this. It's to influence your boss and attract favors towards you at work. Because look, in this economy, we're all working and we need some boost at work, and we also sometimes need to be tied to our job, so therefore you don't get fired. You know what I mean? So there's some stuff that you could do to basically tie yourself to your job, and or tie the job to you. And once you're done and you're all tired of that job, you can get rid of it. It's not something that's completely permanent, but use magic, guys. It's here for you to use. You have the herbs in your closet, you have the herbs in your pantry, you have the candles that you could just simply buy some candles super cheap. Use magic to elevate your life. Use magic to make yourself better. Let me tell you, Jesus was out here using magic, okay? Walking on water and stuff and turning water into wine. Sounds like magic.